Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk about how you're never truly alone with how you feel. Quite often when we're not feeling so great, when we're going through one of those difficult periods where we may be feeling a lot of really heavy emotions that drag us down, it can be pretty easy to buy into those thoughts in your mind of you feeling alone. Like, our minds can be one of our greatest assets and also one of our biggest weaknesses and liabilities because of the fact that we can trick ourselves into thoughts that aren't true. And this happens quite often when we're going through really difficult moments. Our mind can say, you are alone, because quite often when we're going through those periods, our friends, our family members, our coworkers, and maybe even our significant others won't be going through something similar. They won't be feeling the way that we feel. And since quite often our basis of comparison is the people we know in our immediate surroundings, we'll compare ourselves to them and then be like, why the hell is everyone else around me happy or content, and I'm dealing with all this crap right now that's dragging me down? And this can make us feel incredibly alone in life. But I'm here to tell you, you are by no means alone. Because even though, quite often the people in our immediate surroundings won't be feeling the way that we feel, that doesn't mean that everybody else out there on the planet hasn't felt the same way that you have. Because there are plenty of other people out there who have gone through the exact same situation or are at least feeling the same emotions that you're feeling. And it can be very helpful to remind yourself of that fact, because it tells you you are not alone. Other people have been through the same thing and they've made it out the other end as well. So that shows you that you can do the same thing as well. You can deal with whatever you're facing, however difficult it may be, and know that you can make it through and come out unscathed, hopefully. And maybe even you'll find that you come out a better person if you grow from it, and that is awesome on its own. But my whole point with making this video was to remind you, do not buy into that negative voice that makes you feel alone, because you are not alone. Even if you don't have friends and family or coworkers or whoever else who are feeling the same way that you do in that moment, that doesn't mean that you are alone by any means. And if you try hard enough, you may even be able to find pockets of people who feel the way that you feel in the moment. You may be able to find groups on the internet or other places. So maybe you'll have people to talk to, or you can even find people who've already been through that so they know what helped get them through it, and they can provide advice to you. But if you can't find pockets like that on the internet of like-minded people, you can at least always have the option of reaching out to professional help. In fact, you may even want to do this first just because, there are people out there who may not be able to tell you the exact best thing for you to do, and sometimes they could even give bad advice. So professional help is always a good source. And yet again, that's another way that you can feel like you're not alone, because there are always people out there who are willing to help you. And therapy is a great route to take because it shows that you're strong as hell. Like, you know how there's a stigma against therapy? That's only by people who are weak. Because think about this. The fact that you want to help yourself and you're willing to be helped, that requires immense strength. So don't think of therapy as like this thing that only weak people go to. That's one of the dumbest takes on the planet that I almost want to slap everyone who believes that BS, because those people are too afraid to help themselves. That's what weakness is. Whereas if you actually have the strength and the courage to go and get the help that you need when you know that you need that help, that is awesome. Like, that's how you become one of the strongest people on the planet mentally, because so few people have it in them to do just that. So don't think of therapy as a bad thing. Think of it as something that shows just how strong you are, because that's exactly what it does. So that is always a useful option. But if you don't want to go that route, or if you can't afford it, then just keep reminding yourself that you are not alone. There have been plenty of other people who have gone through the exact same situation, or have at least felt the exact same way that you do. So you are by no means alone in the universe with what you're going through. It's just something that I realized this quite some time ago when I was going through some heavy things myself, and the thought just helped me get through it, because even though I knew I didn't have anyone in my immediate surroundings who were going through the same thing, so I didn't have anyone I could talk to in that regard, there was just something comforting about knowing that there was no way in hell that I was the only person on the planet to go through what I was going through and to feel the way that I felt at that time. it just really helped me to realize that, yeah, you are never alone with how you feel. So hopefully that thought can provide you similar comfort. But if it doesn't, like I said, just always be willing to reach out for help when you need it, because it's important. Like, seriously, your life matters. Please don't ever let yourself get to a point where you believe that that's not the case and you want to take that easy way out, because there are just so many people out there in the future who could benefit from your existence, people you could impact. And if you rob yourself and them of that opportunity, you're doing a disservice to not only you, but those future people you could help as well. And that's a sad thing. So please never let that happen. Always be willing to reach out for help if you need it. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I don't want to go too far talking about that, because that's getting to some really melancholic stuff. And yeah, I've already made a video on that topic before, so it's a good one if you're feeling that way. But anyway, I truly hope that this video helped you, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, like the video and leave a comment for the algorithm. That's the easiest way you can help me out. And yeah, if you're going through something difficult right now, please remind yourself you are not alone, and remind yourself that you have the strength to get through this, because you've made it through everything else that life has thrown at you so far. So why should this be any different? But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!